What up? It's Will Love bringing you another review. This time we will be unboxing and reviewing the new 14-inch MacBook Pro with the M1 Max chip. Also make sure you guys like and subscribe to my channel, as the next review we're doing, it is going to be on the Jackery, and I will be giving away a Jackery 240. So stay tuned for that, my friends. Alright, well let's get into it. This laptop right here is next level. Now for myself, the laptop is a great tool for software development and producing videos. Final Cut Pro runs amazing. I was previously working with a Mac Mini and I was constantly dropping frames on tiny workloads. This laptop has been blowing that thing out the water. The first thing you're going to notice after you drop some bread on one of these is that the new MacBook Pros are much thicker than the models from the past few years. The screen now carries a notch at the top of the display that's similar to the newer iPhone's design. This is where the 1080p camera is. You're actually using the laptop. The mouse goes underneath the notch, for those of you that were wondering. And the software basically treats the screen like there is no notch, which is actually a pretty cool design. Furthermore, if you take a screenshot or you do a screen recording, it will draw the display without the notch. Also, anytime you do go full screen with anything, it's just going to turn that entire menu bar a very deep black. The notch literally never cuts into any content. One thing that would have been nice is if the camera had Face ID for unlocking the device. You will have to continue using that Touch ID button just like the previous models. Now the Touch ID is situated in that top right corner next to the function and multimedia keys, and this row did replace that touch bar that no one really cared for anyway. The screen is 14.2 inches with a resolution of 3024 by 1964 liquid retina XDR. The screen also benefits from Apple ProMotion 120Hz display. What a lot of y'all should enjoy is we got some proper ports. We finally got some dip on our chip. On the right side, you'll find an HDMI port, SD card reader, and a USB-C Thunderbolt 4 port. Left side has a 3.5mm headphone jack, two more USB-C Thunderbolt 4 ports, and a MagSafe 3 connector. This small magnetic charger has an LED charging indicator at a glance, and it's got some decent strength when you're attempting to remove it. The MagSafe cord has a USB-C connection on the other end with a 96-watt power adapter. There is a 67-watt adapter that comes with 10-core M1 Pro or Max. Now on the flip side, you have 4 feet that slightly elevate above your desk. Let's talk about the M1 Max chip. There are parts of this chip that Apple has built with a specific purpose in mind, and that purpose, it's next level. So these laptop chips have a media engine, and there's a ProRes accelerator as part of that. The M1 Max carries 2 of those. So video professionals, you can see where I'm going with this. In an Apple Insider Final Cut Pro export test involving a 1.12 gigabyte 4K video file, the M1 chip completed this task in 3 minutes and 53 seconds. The M1 Pro took 3 minutes and 35 seconds for the same export, but the M1 Max took it to another level, completed the task in 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Using a 13.5 gigabyte 4K video that was recorded in ProRes on an iPhone 13 Pro and rendered in ProRes 422, the M1 Max is a beast, taking just 51 seconds to complete the task. The M1 Pro did it in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Does this mean much to the average Mac user? Probably not, but content creators should be loving this. Let's talk about the battery. You got a 70-watt battery in this 14-inch, and you could expect around 16 hours of continuous use, using Chrome, Slack, YouTube, and whatnot. I mean, the battery life is pretty amazing for a work laptop. Now, you could still kill this battery in like 4 hours if you're sitting on high power mode just editing videos. The only con I really have with this laptop is the pricing. I mean, they got some crackhead pricing on this. $2,000 for the base model. You're getting 512 gigs of RAM, of SSD, and you're getting 16 gigs of RAM. I mean, you can't really justify that when you could get that in so many other computers. I mean, the M1 Pro chip, it is amazing. I mean, that's what you're getting. But if you're not editing videos and whatnot, I mean, you'd be very, very good going with the Air. I'm really confident thinking you could pick one of these up and you'd be very, very happy with it. It'd really come down to if you're looking for the 14-inch or the 16 or the Max or the Pro. I personally went with 14 because I work with a 16 and it just seems a little too big for me. I like to have this on my lap kind of like now, and I like to be in bed, and it's 3.5 pounds as opposed to the 16, which is like 4.7 pounds. So it's a little weight adjustment, but this was my perfect fit. So it might be a little different for you. Listen, that's it for me today. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully this gave you some insight on this 14-inch MacBook Pro. Remember, next episode, we're doing that Jackery giveaway, so make sure you guys like and subscribe. Stay tuned for that. All right, be easy.